Hey, good afternoon, guys. I am on this stormy day that we're having here where I'm at. I picked up some brass off a shooting bench there at the range I'm affiliated with, and I figured I'm gonna reload this stuff. This is Sig 308. Now, the ammo in the box is 150 grain full metal jacket. Well, what I have is some Spear 150 grain boat tail soft points. There's what it looks like right there. It's got a very large, looks like probably more than 1/8 of an inch of exposed lead, so you gotta be careful with these right there not to damage them while you're out hunting. But they'll shoot well, just for any purposes you want. I'm using one shot to lubricate the cases. I'm using a Lee classic turret. I've got my indexing rod out. I just prefer to just rotate it myself. So what I'm going to do is size the brass, and I generally take it in there a couple times because, you know, the brass expands and contracts, and I want it to be sized correctly. Alright. My next step is I have a Lee zip trim right here with a cutter and case length gauge, and basically it works. This one's not going to need too much trimming because I can feel the little protrusion through the flash hole of the primer case. But regardless, I am going to put it in this universal case holder. It's got like 3 teeth, like an old kaleidoscope. You know, it sort of clamps down when you rotate it. Slide this in. With the Lee zip trim, you got like you're trying to crank a lawnmower. Old lawnmower. Then I've got I use 2 different tools here. This is RCBS. This is for whenever you got some really tough twisting and trimming, and I use it mainly for like crimp primers. But what I'm going to use today is just a little Lee camphor tool. You can trim the inside of the case neck with this, and the outside with just the reverse side of it. Where the RCBS has these 3 legs, and when you're trimming it or spinning it, sometimes it wants to walk out. And plus it's a lot louder. I tell you what, I'll do that. Let you hear this thing. You hear that? Versus the Lee. The Lee's not quite, but it works, and it works well. I am going to be loading with Winchester 748. I'm not going to tell you my charge right here, but I'm using a Lyman 1200 DPS, and I am going to set this thing and hit auto repeat. I like that feature on that thing where when you dump your load, you put it back on it automatically starts again. Alright, while that's doing that, I'm going to clean my primer pocket out just for kicks and giggles, and then I'm going to charge it. Now I'm using Federal large rifle primers for this. I picked up some of these the other day. Saturday at Academy Sports. The most I ever spent on primers, they were 60 bucks. But we had a gun show this weekend where I'm at, and these things are selling for 120 bucks, and people were buying them. I don't think I've ever paid more than $25 for primers. And I guess back when I started reloading, back in the early 80s, I mean, primers were like 99 cents a sleeve, you know. And so it's done got expensive. Woo. But there you go, I just primed it. And with this classic turret, I can just turn it to the next station. What I'm using right here is a Lee rifle charge die. I just run my case all the way up in it, and I can reach over here off my scale, and the thing's dead on too, and put my charge. Y'all can look up your own data. Put it there and listen. It's doing it. It's loading me another load while I'm busy about my other business right here. So, as you can see, I've got a charged case now, and I turn it to the bullet seating die. And like I said, I was using these spears here, 150 grain, big boat tail on here. And I do not have this set to crimp, only the seating to depth. In this die set that I have, it was the Lee deal. It came with the factory crimp die, and that's where I'm going to now. Now that I got my bullets seated at the correct depth, the book says 2.8 inches, and that's 2.8 inches right there, dead on. I'm going to go in there, boom, you see the bullet sticking up through here. It's got like 4 little collets in there that squeeze the case together. It's a very consistent thing. And now we have a loaded 308. That don't mean nothing to me until it's checked by a chamber gauge. So there we go. We have a loaded round that's going to chamber in any rifle, any 308 rifle that is. And so what I'll do, I'll rotate it. We'll do it all over again. We're going to size it. I'm going to clean it, and then I'm going to trim it. Move that out of the way. That one, it really didn't need very much trimming at all. That was the inside of the case neck. This is the outside. Now I'm going to check, just make sure clean my primer pocket, make sure there's nothing going on that shouldn't be going on in there. It's clean and shiny on the inside. Alright, take a primer, ram it forward. Got a prime case. I'm going to rotate my die to my rifle charge die and reach over here, and it's dead on what I set it for. And it's going to start again like it just did. I grab a bullet. I got a charged case. Turn it to the bullet seating die. I really don't like much of a crimp on it. This is not heavy, but it's going to be consistent with all the other ones I have. I'm thinking, the reason I'm doing this, the die come with it, okay? I ordered it that way. But, you know, the way brass is, it can expand, or once you size it, it can sort of relax itself. Well, this is just a last step, putting it where it's supposed to be. So now, I need to check it in this Lyman Ammo Checker for a large rifle. This thing's pretty neat right here, for the money anyhow. It's got a 30-30, 270, 243, 300 WSM, 30-06, and 308. So I've got all but the 270 and the 300 WSM that I can use that on. That's pretty good right there. But there, folks, is a pretty loaded round right there that's going to shoot, and it's going to shoot well. I know it's going to shoot well in my rifle anyhow. So that's what I'm doing on a stormy day. I hope I didn't bore you guys too much, but y'all have a good day. Bye.